Welcome back, everybody. So when the leaves change color and you start to get that fall smell in the air, you know what I'm talking about? All I want to do is bake with maple syrup because it really makes me feel like just warm and cozy.
I get that.
Right?
Well, you're Canadian.
Well,
nobody gets it more than Cameron Matheson because being that he's from Canada, he bleeds maple syrup.
I just may.
This is true.
Let's not find out.
Well, today, you're going to love what I'm making today. Then. Today, I am making a delicious maple pecan streusel. They're muffins with a cider glaze to keep us warm when the weather changes and give you that warm, cozy fall feeling. Now, this recipe comes to us out of Hallmark's brand new book, Sunrise Cabin. You know, I love our Hallmark books because they continue the stories of our favorite movies. But Sunrise Cabin is a little bit different. It's the first of 4 original stories from Hallmark coming this fall. And we, by the way, are very lucky to have the author with us today. Please welcome to our home, Stacey Donovan. Welcome, Stacey. We're so happy to have you here. Also, Ken and Larissa have joined us because I said maple syrup and they said
strudel and hello.
And they said when.
That's right. The word got out.
Now, I hope I can make you proud because I know that this recipe is an integral part of the book. It really, it's like its character in itself. How so?
It is very important in the story. So the recipe was actually Dylan's grandmother's recipe, and Paige finds it in a kitchen drawer of the log cabin that she's renting. And this log cabin, Dylan's grandparents used to live there. In fact, Dylan and his sister would spend summers there when they were little. And Dylan's grandma would always make these muffins on Sunday. In fact, the recipe was just labeled Sunday muffins.
Oh, sweet. So I imagine Paige eventually makes these for Dylan.
Paige tries to make these for Dylan. Now Paige is kind of a dreamy, daydreamy person, and she may have let him bake a little too long.
So you got a little distracted.
Oh, no.
She got a little distracted.
And then what happened?
Tell me he still falls in love with her. These are his grandma's muffins.
Did you make them?
You have to read the book?
Yeah. Well, or the book. There's 4 of them, so he's going to fall in love eventually, I bet. Well, Paige, if you're watching, you better listen up. These are easy to make. Okay, so I have the batter already here. It's very simple. It's just some flour, some baking powder, cinnamon, salt, eggs, some oil in here, some brown sugar, and milk. Did I say milk? And milk. So we put this all together, and I've combined the batter. You guys go ahead and dig in. Then I've added some some sort of fall flair, if you will, some autumnal. You like that word? Some autumnal flair. Some oats. We add some oats in here and some pecans, which makes it feel really fall-y. Is that a word? Fall-y.
Yummy.
Now here comes Cameron's favorite, the maple syrup.
That's right.
I love 100% maple syrup. It's it's so good, and a little bit goes a long way. And with the pecans, it really just gives it that extra zhuzh. And maple extract. So we do that. Aren't they great? I'm saying, aren't they great? Meanwhile, you're the one who wrote the book. I mean, it's aren't these delicious? Don't you think I've done a great job, Stacey?
A lot of maple in there. I can taste it.
So you mix this all together, and it's a pretty thick batter, as you can see. It's very...
I would eat it like that.
I know. It's really good. You could. It's the same thing with brownies. I always like to eat the brownies before I put them in the tins. Okay, so now I've lined our cupcake tin with some cupcake or some muffin liners. And I take it's a little bit sticky, I take an ice cream scoop so that they're all uniform, they're the same size.
God, that topping is so good.
Oh, yes, that's the streusel. Just wait till we get there.
I know.
So good.
And I fill up the muffin tin just 2/3 of the way. Because what you really want is, well, it got a little bit more than 2/3 to be honest with you, but what you really want is to have that perfect muffin top. This is the only kind of muffin top.
The good muffin top.
Right here. So you do that.
I think they're all good.
Right. The only good muffin top. The only muffin top that a woman is proud of. How about that? And then we get to our streusel. Okay, so here we've already made the streusel. So all this is flour, butter, some more oats, some brown sugar, some more pecans, some more cinnamon, and maple extract again. So it's basically
that's why it's extra maple.
Yeah, it's basically the same ingredients that are in the muffins.
Just more
condensed. And the butter, really, I love a streusel. So then you make that streusel with cold butter, by the way. crumble that on top just like this. Do you think Grandma would like this, Stacey?
Oh, absolutely.
Everybody
would like it.
I'm telling you right
Am I
now,
doing better than Paige?
Well, you haven't put it in the oven yet, but.
There you go. Would Dylan fall in love with me? Okay, so I'm going to put these in the oven now. They're at 400 for about 15 to 17 minutes. You really want to
Hear that, Paige? 15 to 17 minutes. Not a minute longer.
You really want to check your oven temperature,
yeah,
okay?
there they are.
So that's it, right, exactly. Not a minute longer. She obviously got sidetracked by Dylan.
You got distracted.
So then we're going to pop these out.
And I want to talk about the book for one more second here, Sunrise Cabin. There's so much about it that we love, like these muffins, by the way. But it's, you know, in many ways, it's like a lot of the Hallmark Channel movies that we know and we love so much. It's got the sweet romance. It's got some humor. It's got the happily ever after, right?
Yeah.
And the romance, of course, like we mentioned, between Dylan and Paige. Dylan is a bit of an overworked investment banker. Paige is, as you mentioned, kind of a free-spirited first-grade teacher. They're kind of butting heads at first. They're both after the opposites attract,
right?
And they're fighting over the log cabin. And if you want to learn anything else about the story, then you just got to read the book.
That's right.
That's all I'm getting.
Or 4 of them. But wait, this isn't the end of this. Did you guys notice that glaze on top?
yes.
Oh, no, I need to have another one to check that out.
Okay, well, and you're in luck because I have 6 more. So the glaze is really delicious as well, but also very easy, Paige. So listen up again. So all you have to do is take some apple cider, and you're going to want to reduce it on the stove top. Apple cider, it's an apple cider glaze. You reduce it on the stovetop. This is 1 cup of apple cider, and when you're finished, it's going to reduce down to this. So that's a 1/4 cup. So you're going to want to reduce for a long time.
So.
I would say about 30 minutes. Don't walk away, Paige, because it's going to burn.
Right.
So you want to keep, stirring it so it doesn't burn. Then you're going to add some powdered sugar. You're just going to whisk it together, and there you go.
That's it?
That's it.
Glaze?
And you want to make sure that it's a glaze consistency and not an icing. So if you had to add a little bit more of the apple cider, feel free. And then just like this, just drizzle.
I just want to spoon that into my mouth.
Glaze being a little bit more liquidy than the icing. Is that what you mean by that?
Yeah, a glaze is going to be more liquidy.
More liquidy, okay.
There you go. How'd I do, Stace?
Wow,
Look
it's
at that.
beautiful.
It's magic.
Okay.
We're all mesmerized, like watching a waterfall or something. We can't take our eyes off. These are absolutely
Really
delicious. When do you get to try one, Debbie?
Well, first I'll have to give Ken one.
Okay, there you go. Ken, another
Oh,
one.
wait a minute. Yeah. And then I'll have to give Larissa one.
Thank you. I guess you're leaving me out. That's fine. That's all right.
Oh, gosh. I just wanted to give you a little extra glaze.
There
you go.
like how I did that.
Oh, that
Thank
glaze
you
is
so
so
much.
warm.
Thank you for this book. Thank you for this recipe, Debbie. Thank you for actualizing these fantastic muffins. For the full recipe, go to hallmarkpublishing.com. And remember, Sunrise Cabin is available now in paperback and ebook through Amazon.